Yeah, and we'll get into our last poll here, and that is if the Sabres are to part with a significant piece to improve their roster, which is their best asset to move? Casey Mittelstadt, their 2024 first round pick, or a prospect currently in Rochester. The prospect in Rochester won the poll at 46.7. Again, kind of a vague answer there, but I can't put 7 players on a poll, so just take whatever Rochester player you think and insert there. Casey Mittelstadt was second at 33.3, and then the 2024 first round pick at 20%. Austin, what did you think of that?
To me, I've been saying it for the last couple episodes. It's Casey Mittelstadt. He's your best asset if you want to make a significant move. His value will never be higher. He's been on a 2-season bender. This might be who he is. He's a very good player. I'm not all for trading. But if we're talking about simply what is the best asset, it's that. Unless you find a team that is willing to give up, you have to find a team, one, that's not in the playoff race, that is willing to give up a key piece of their roster for your first round pick. I don't see that happening right now. There might be. There's put like this. There's no like Jacob Chikrin guy out there where it's this guy is getting traded and he has term on his contract. He's a significant piece. There probably is maybe some guy out there, but there's not like last year it was where's Chikrin going? Where's Chikrin going? Right? That was the story every year. Buffalo was in on him. There's not that storyline right out there right now. The rest of them are the pending UFAs. So to me, it's that first round pick isn't really going to get you much that'll help you right now because
You're not looking for a rental.
you're not looking for that rental.
You're not looking for a Jake Gensel like possibly one of these other
Yeah,
teams will be.
prospect from Rochester. I mean, yeah, we're talking Yuri Kulik or Isaac Rosen. Well, Elliot Friedman pretty much said, and again, I don't think anyone should be untouchable. But if there is a prospect in Rochester that I don't want to move, it's Yuri Kulik. I think his value is higher than Rosen's right now. That's just the way I think it right now. Again, the name I watch is Matt Savoie, one of the Sabres' top prospects. He's playing phenomenal, but Zach Benson has kind of made him expendable.
Right.
Different style player, but Zach Benson is clearly an NHL ready player at 18 years old. He's going to be a top 6 player for the Sabres. He's playing extremely well. So to me, he has made a guy like Savoie or Rosen or even Kulich to a little bit lesser extent. I think they're all different players in their own right, but what Benson has that Savoie doesn't is he is in professional hockey right now. He's in the system. So do those other two guys. They are in Rochester. I know Savoie had a brief stint in Rochester this year, but to me, he's the one that I have circled. I'm not necessarily saying I want to move him, but he's playing very good for Moose Jaw. Maybe that's a guy that gets thrown into a trade to help you get that big piece. I don't know. We'll see. But to me, yeah, no doubt about it. My mind, Casey Mittelstadt's their best asset if they want to make a significant move.
And I'm in the Devin Levi is not a part of a trade either. I mean, let's just get that out of the way.
No.
Because we said a prospect in Rochester, we're not including Devin Levi in that conversation, just so that the listeners out there.
Yeah, sorry. I thought that went without saying. That's my bad.
No, I mean, somebody's going to come at us being like, oh, you guys did Devin Levi. No, Devin Levi is excluded from this entire conversation. So anybody other than Devin Levi playing for the Rochester Americans could possibly be moved. But again, I'm with you. I think Casey Mittelstadt is the best piece that they do have right now. Again, would I like them to eventually start to move first-round picks to go and get guys? Yes, but I don't think that a deadline move is the right play to move your first-round pick because you're really not going for it this year. And like you mentioned, there's not that top-end guy with term left on on his contract where you'd say, okay, let's go and move our first-round pick to get this guy. And if there was, those are deals that usually happen in the summertime or heading towards the draft because the Sabres at this point are going to have another top 10, top 15 draft pick at this point. So again, they've had so many of those over the last few years that I'm okay with them moving it for the right guy. But as you mentioned, I just don't think that right player is available for this year's first-round pick. But I'd like to see a deal like that eventually be made in the Sabres rotation as they go forward here into improving into a competitive team because we see those buyers every year. They go 2 or 3, 4 years without having their first round pick, and then they pay the consequences after if they have a couple of deep playoff runs or do win a couple of Stanley Cups like the Tampa Bay Lightning. But I just don't think they're at that point yet to be able to say we're going to move our first round pick for something.